Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of EO, and I think like today episode I will try to focus more on the story and continuation of the story instead of like making overcooked theories, because it takes a lot of time and I want to progress the story and to see if I'm actually right or anything or something. But also I found something in the menu that I did not say before. When I click continue, there's something short, like called like shortcut, and I have a lot of question marks here. I don't know what that is, but it's here. Yeah. Anyway, let's stop the game and let's go. Our first day in school after the weekend, basically, like the holiday, and we're going to meet with people, hopefully. Extraction was DNA, genetic information passed from generation to generation. Yeah, okay.
その限りないコピー連鎖に突然変異というコピーミスが生じます。たった一つの遺伝情報の違いは個体差を生み、その
Oh, sorry. That's a lie. It's similar to the argument of could the chimpanzees recreate the works of the Shakespeare by randomly pressing the buttons of the typewriter given enough time? I heard about this theory. There certainly is possibility that the unexpected accumulation of mutations in simple living creatures like bacteria could result in them evolving to a higher form of life like humanity. But since that's only influenced by chance, it would require an extremely long period of time, more than several billion years of the universe lifespan. There's a leap in logic there.
進化には全適応というのがあって、何か環境の激変があったとき、新しい環境に前もって適応できる機能を備えていたものだけが
At first glance, that seems like a more likely theory, but it doesn't hold when one considers that those environmental changes aren't something that settle in the scope of one's possible variations in DNA. Due to the meteorites hitting the planet, the Earth has experienced countless ice ages and periods where the world was covered in fire and in its past. Even in those hell-like environments, bacteria certainly did survive. But what about higher forms of life? Why did the dinosaurs, who lorded themselves over the planet, perish? Why did the various giant creatures that ran rampart during the Cambrian era vanish? The process of evolution, as applied to living creatures designed are insects gaining 6 legs, or vertebrates developing limbs. Almost every other form has vanished. The history of living creatures is the reputation of extinction. The living creatures that barely survive those sudden changes in the environment starts to take over the dead living creatures' spheres of existence. When the dinosaurs went extinct, mammals ran rampart. Is this like going to be important? Like humanity is like supposed to be the one that is like going to extinct, and the era of like, I don't know, digital consciousness is born or something? Just random thought without sense. I'm not going to make like overcooking theories today. I think, maybe, probably. My head a little hurts, but I wanted to record anyway. So yeah. Anyway, and the extinction of living creatures means the near destruction of almost all the DNA information that had accumulated on Earth up until that point in one fell swoop. The next evolution can only deal with those remaining resources. It's like taking what little data remains that can be recovered from the crashed hard drive and using it as the base to create a program to correspond with the operating system. But who's the programmer of the evolution? Shakespeare wasn't a chimpanzee. He didn't create his stories by chance. They were sentences that he waved together using his wit and intellect. That's why there is an extremely superb designer who created this very complex mechanical story of those known as the living creatures, particularly humans. It's only natural to think that, right? We have like suddenly biology lesson. I don't know if that designer is God or not. But I can feel that being is around. I feel that being is around the back of my head. Okay. Well, that's what it feels like to me. At this moment, something hits my head, a ball of paper. I open it, only to find the word "Stupid Hinata" written on its mechanical pencil. Sakuya is still salty about talking to Yumi. When I look at my side, I see Sakuya glaring at me, pulling one of her eyelids down while sticking her tongue out. I've been letting out a lot of heavy sighs today. Who the fuck is this guy? Oh! Oh, that's Iganaki. We always saw him from like side on CG. We never saw his sprite. Okay.
何
Okay.
結局吉田君とかどうしたの？
連絡取られへんね。そっちこそ柊さんは？
こっちも。
It really is an odd scene to find Sakuya and Inaganaki finding kindred spirits in each other. It's fairly obvious from their conversation, but neither Yoshida nor Ragi Midori showed up this morning. Inagaki coveringly throws me a help me sign several times, but Sakuya intercepts them each time. She's mad today. Yeah, adieu. She's been like this since this morning. Normally she'd tag me, but by the ear so hard that it would hurt me. But she kept a distance from me so far for today. Yeah. She ignores me when I call out to her, and then she doesn't hesitate to make me feel completely let out. Like with that speedball she shot at me earlier. Honestly, it's getting my nerves.
あ、どこ行くん？
Is he calling out to me?
いいの。あんなやつなんか。
Also, one second, I need to cut. I need to like check one of my like previous like recordings from the beginning. 1 second. Okay, never mind. I just overthinking stuff.
え、そんな、いや、意味わからへんってば。
Well, she can do whatever she wants. I'm feeling a little hurt right now, so I decided to leave the classroom. My destination is Yayoi-sensei.
先生はただいま外出中です。
Okay.
ということで、とっとと出直すか、助手のアントゥにご伝言をどうぞ。どうしても急用だったりする人は仕方ないから下記の番号まで
The same phrases as last time. It's louder than usual today, resounding hollowly. Is she out on smoke break like last time, or the door opens and someone comes in? For a second I think it's Yayoi-sensei coming back, but...
弥生先生は
Female upperclassman with straight hair nervously asked me this after surveying the room. Her face is pale.
いや、僕も今。
Not feeling well, I guess. Like, she said like a lot of students like getting early home recently. As she says this, the girl suddenly sits down in bed and takes out her cell phone. Could she be trying to make emergency call to Sensei? Okay.
何
か用？
あ、いや、
Ah, she can't contact someone?
なら放っておいて。
Yeah, she's not feeling well.
聞こえなかったの？
まあ、いや。
The girl gaze is mixed with anger and sadness. Her eyes are swollen and red. It feels like she wept her eyes out beforehand. The girl loses interest in me and looks away as she starts to focus on her cell phone once more. Since I don't know where Yayoi-sensei is, all I can do is leave her the room.
弥生先生、どこ行ってたんですか？私もだって本当に身に覚えがないんです。なのに。
Wait, what? She's pregnant, but she don't know why? What is happening? So, oh my god. Shadows can have babies. Fury, oh my god. If this is not real world, like, oh my god. Okay, I'm overcooking. God damn it, I said I will not make Furies. God fucking. So she's like, you know, a fake character. I mean, she's a character. She just don't realize this. Her shadow just banged someone and got a baby. Now she's logged in as herself because she's wake up. When she sleeps, she's a shadow. When she's awake, she's a person. And she does not remember anything. And she got pregnant without knowing. Because the shadow did it. Holy fuck, so they can actually make babies. So that fury actually was not overcooked? Wait, what? Okay then. Is Sakuya pregnant? That's why she's like grumpy all the time? Did she make baby with Hinata or something? What is happening? As I walk down the hallway, I feel as if I'm running away from Yaya-sensei. Even though I'd planned on asking her so much once break ended. It kinda feels like the flower bud of hope is beginning to wilt, as if some external pressure has been put on me from somewhere in an attempt to make me frustrated. As I'm imprisoned by the delusion, I check my surroundings.
やってるの？早く早く。
Memory, yeah. From the Babylon. Huh? Is it this?
もうグズグズしてると先に行っちゃうからね。
Yeah, that's definitely happened in a dream. But where did I go after that? I'm pretty sure it was there. Yeah, that's right. She got me to the library. Thinking about it now, it's rather obvious, but this is the best place to go where you want to look up something you don't know. That's why I will head for. What if... Okay, that's you and me. I just thought about this, like, what if, like, the memories that Hinata have, like, the flashbacks that we have, right? Are not, like, you know, memories per se, like his memories from the backstory, but they are, like, memories of his shadow. So, that one part when we had, like... Which I did not recognize, but you saw it and actually mentioned this in the comments. That when we, like, say goodbye with Sakuya, then there was, like a second or 2 second flashback without any dialogue, and that was before the Sakuya house. So that indicates that, like, what? Like, we... Like, Hinata say goodbye, and then went into shadow mode, and Shadow actually went back to Sakuya house? Is Sakuya actually pregnant? Is this a new theory that is going to go? We're going to go with? Okay, I will just read. I will just read. I see a girl holding a book. I'm not going to, like, try to figure it out if what I just said was, like, making any sense. I don't want to make notes right now and try to think if, like, the previous backstories make sense from Shadow perspective, blah blah blah. No, not today, not today. I have, like, too many variations to think of to, like, you know, clarify if this idea is actually valid or not. It's just some random stuff I'm just doing on the spot right now. I've been coming across her a lot like this recently. This is the foreign literature, British American literature section. And the book in Yumi's hand is... Yeah, there's a lot of Alice at the apparently, right?
なんだか気になったから、やっぱり言い回しもいろいろ変わってるみたいですね。
Okay.
はい、例えば。
The pages she opened have handwritten English and illustration on the left page, while the typed translation and illustration is on the right page. The illustration is of a rabbit with a plaid vest holding an umbrella and a pocket watch.
ちょっとそこ見せて。
Okay. I look to the left page and desperately skim through Levis Carroll's difficult to read handwriting. And I find it. Dear, dear, I shall be too late. This is the exact same phrase that was used for the password, right? The other one, like, don't have the... I don't remember what, but it's lacking something. My dear, I think. Or something. So we should be reading this version of book then.
そうなんですか？
やったやった。ありがとうユミ。
ユミは何も。でも探してたことが見つかったみたいでよかったですね。
Okay. She's so precious. Her carefree angelic face is close to my own. She has a fluffy yet pleasant feminine scent. In that instant, I feel conscious of Yumi as a member of the opposite sex for the first time.
どうかしました？
いや、別に。
Sakuya is going to see this, doesn't she? I instinctively look downwards, but this time her breasts are what lie at the top of my field of vision. Of course. They crave an almost surprisingly abundant, undulating shape in her uniform. Can't say right now.
ありがとう。
I no longer know where I should look. Why didn't I notice such an obvious thing until now? That's right, Yumi's a girl and I'm a boy. I mean... Not having noticed the change in my innermost thoughts, Yumi just smiles at me like the Mona Lisa. She just stands there, looking as though she's been completely separated from time and space.
ユミの顔に何かついてます？
そういうことじゃなくて。
そこ図書館で騒いだりイチャイチャしたりしない。
I knew she's going to find them, goddammit. I don't even need to turn around to know who it is.
図書委員さんですよね。
いや、サクヤ、いい加減ストーカーみたいな真似。
Yeah, it's been like kinda weird recently. Like you started like being very affectionate towards Hinata in the past few days.
ストーカーとはご挨拶ね。
ストーカーさんだったんですか？
ちょっと人聞きの悪いことを言わないでよ。だいたいあんた誰なのよ。
ごめんなさい。申し遅れました。
Okay.
2年2組。
So they finally introduce themselves to each
お
other.
願いします。
Yumi gives a deep bow as she says this, not showing a single sign of shyness.
2年2組って上級生。
Did we knew this?
そうですけど。
Did we knew this? I don't think I knew this. She's older than us.
ごめんなさい、私てっきり。
Okay.
そういうわけだから。
何？
I grab Sakuya's hand and wave goodbye to Yumi with my free
あ
hand.
本当にありがとう。じゃあ、また。
何よ、またって。
いいからこっちへ来る。
Yeah, we got a clue. The afternoon sunlight, the refreshing breeze, the memories of my past, and what I'm feeling right now is in real time are blending together. Even though that should be impossible, that's what it feels like is happening. It's a deja vu. If I could vividly remember the past then... Also, by the way, it's like... Okay, I will just make like... Okay, Fury, but I think I talked about this. Like, it's possible, like... You know, because like... One of the ideas is that this world is fake, right? And like... Hinata, Sakuya, they're like characters, right? But at the same time, it's possible that... This is real? And only like the... like, when they play Babylon, the shadows they develop there can overread in their minds when they sleep, for example. And thus they become shadows in the real life. Something like that, you know? That can work too. It's not necessarily have to be the fake world here. It's just... like the data, the shadows from the game are actually transferring into real life. And overtaking your mind. Basically, something like that. That's also would make sense. Then that would mean that shadows can't actually make babies. But that just means that they made real babies. But like when the host is unaware, basically. Yeah, like the shadows. Actually, yeah. Like in this term, like if we say something like that, then shadows are like parasites. In a sense, in real life. If we go in this direction. It can go like two ways, really. I wonder which way we're going to go. If I were able to reproduce my memories as if they had the same amount of realness that reality has, then that would be no different from the reality, would it? Would it? So this is fake. Okay, I'll just read. If that's the case, then how can you say that this reality isn't someone's flashback or possibly some sort of simulation? Okay, so they're supporting the first idea about this being fake. Okay. Is this one next to me really Sakuya?
あのさ
When I try to speak up, Sakuya frantically cuts me
弥
off.
生先生今日お休みだって
How do you know that? How do you know that we tried to...
あそうなのだから保健室誰でもなんでいきなり今まで
Yeah.
休んだことなんてなかったのに
私に聞かれてもわからないわよ。まあ各クラスには保健係がいるわけだし、それでとりあえずはしのげるんじゃない？
Suspicious.
でもそれで手に負えないことが起きたらあ
そしたら病院へ行けばいいんじゃない？
あそっか
Although I'm slightly feeling something I can't agree with, I find myself surprised when I realize Sakuya is talking to me normally again right now. In this very moment. Yeah.
それでさ
She's so weird recently.
緑だけど連絡つかないから帰りに家寄ってみるね。
So you actually never went there to check. Okay. God damn it.
あそうなんだ
ああ、吉田君の方は稲垣君が連絡してみるって。
あそうそれで
そうだそうだ、稲垣君。
She's so not want to go into the topic.
なんというか話せるっていうか。
What is happening? She's acting really suspicious. As if she's trying to prevent me from saying anything, yeah. Weird. Are you really a playable character? If that's the case, then I need to muster all my conviction and determination and just say what I want to at all at
僕は
once.
昨夜以外の女の子と話しちゃいけないの
どうして？
Wow.
だってすぐにへそを曲げるじゃないか
それは。
She ever said eyes?
僕は昨夜の子供じゃないし昨夜は僕のお母さんじゃない。もし仮にそうだとしてもそれはあまりにも過干渉だよ。
そうなんだけど。
僕に自由意志はないの？
Important question. She raised her eyes, staring at me with a slight confusion.
もう一回聞くけど僕は昨夜以外の女の子と話しちゃいけないの？
そんなことないけど。
Okay.
けど
Saka closes her eyes tightly, her shoulders and clenched fists trembling quickly back and forth.
昨夜
やっぱりそんなことあるの？
ね
She suddenly stands up and declares that this in unbelievably loud voice that I can't imagine she was stirring somewhere in her slender body.
ダメなんだもん。ひなたは私やむつきちゃん以外の女の子と話しちゃダメ。
Okay, very specific. Ha!
そんなむちゃくちゃな
She's so loud! Oh my god! Holy shit! I had no idea she's been brooding that much about me.
昨夜
なんてね。
You are so jealous, goddammit. Is it just jealousy or is there something else in this? I don't know, to be honest.
叫んだ。
Hard to tell.
なんだかすっきりしちゃった。
Feels a bit too much for just a jealousy. Sakuya answers as she wipes the outer corners of her eyes with her right index finger.
嘘よ。嘘。ひなたは自由人なんだから。もちろん誰と話したって別にいいよ。
Uh-huh.
なんだかな
でも私だってそうなんだから。ひなたが誰かと話すたびにいろんなことを思ったって、それは誰にも止められない。
Okay. She looks at me with the upturned eyes and sends me a smile as a rabbit ear like her sways. Her expression is so intense that it feels like it could squeeze the breath right out of me.
間違えないでね。相手が女の子なら 誰でも怒るってわけじゃないんだからね。
It's not like I would get mad regardless. But you did.
そうなの？
そうなの。
If that's the case, then I don't know what your criteria are. Yeah. Talking about the... Is she angry when we try to actually find Moitsuki or like solve the cross? What is happening? I've come back here once again. I never got around to completing my original goal here after all. I take out the sheet of paper I printed out before I left home today. In psychology, the restrained impulses of the person's unconsciousness. Next, the miracle that Mary, the mother of Jesus, experienced. A visual hallucination that appears to a prophet. The name of the most legendary hacker is Isiach. First two words of the free from Acton were Remu, the fairy's name, originates from. In Christianity, the verdict carried out by the god on the final day. In my hands I hold 6 questions. I couldn't figure it out. But here, there's a lot of books, and I can search on the net. Now then, where to begin? Well, I'll just type in some of them. Couldn't you just search this in the net? Like, you search them on the net at home. Couldn't you just solve them at home? On Mutsuki's computer? I don't know why you've waited until now. You weren't that tired. Psychological restraint. Submit. Searching. The restraint emotions that... The focus that. The restraint emotions that are associated with the psychological pain takes the form of complex known as the shadow. Merging with the shadow leads to the path of healing. No cooking, no cooking. Not today. No.
確かバビロンの文
Just leave it to Hinata today.
もし
だからそれは全部じゃなくても今までのいろんなところにも散りばめてあるの。もう本当に兄ちゃんたら昔から鈍感なんだから。
The background did not change, and we hear Lamb with normal, like, box color. Is this just me remembering her, or she's like talking to my head? Could it be that the crossword puzzle is composed of various pieces of information that I've been uncovering since starting my investigation into Mutsuki? Messiah, the Mother, and Mary and Miracle. Mary Magdalene, Black Mary, Gabriel, the Annunciation, Healing, Resurrection, Rebirth, Spiritual Awakening. No. So many thoughts. It brought up a bunch of links to sites, but I'm at loss as to which one could it be. I'm honestly considering giving up on this one. A miracle doesn't have a scientific definition. It seems like it would be quicker to find a Christian and ask them. I could also ask them about the whole verdict carried out by the god on the final day. Mother as well. Prophet and visual hallucination. Ezekiel, Melech, Cherubim, Markwa, Enoch, Daniel, Jacob's Ladder, Isaiah.
くそやっぱりそうか
But why is it that just these names are popping up? Could it be that there's something religious, philosophical hidden in the Babylon? Only one left. Legend of the hacker Isaiah. Wasn't the Isaiah... Isaiah, almost the same. Just one letter. Look at that. Prophet. Hacker is the prophet? And he's carrying out the final judgment, the final event in the game? Is he the main, like, bad guy, or he's like thinking he's a god of the universe, like god of the game basically, and he's just I don't know. Stop. Let's just go. Brain, distraction, untraceable. Prophet Isaiah, he, imaginary children, the first I see. Okay, yeah. This is what makes up Isaiah? What's more, it really just seems to be a philosophical question. As words whose meanings I don't know come out one after another. Feels as if I've gotten lost in an endless jungle. Oh, my head. My head was like hurting before I started like recording today, and it get worse. Why you gave me these informations? Now I'm overthinking stuff. I didn't get to meet up with Yayoi-sensei. Sakaya went to Midori's house. That's why I went to log in. Okay. Alone. Okay. Now time for solo leveling. I'm Babylon. Instinctively came to the city. It's overflowing with people, and though it's based on the real-life city, the city is more disorderly and definitely has a sketchy feel to it. Oh, memories of the shadow. He was in the fight? How long have I seriously been trying to find Mutsuki? Even though it's only been a few days, it feels like I've been doing this for several years. Huh. For the last 2 years, I've been living more like a corpse than a person. I didn't feel like doing anything, kept my distance from everything. Everything began to move the moment I tried to start. Hinata character being some kind of like turf war? When I move, the world changes. The one who decided no matter what you do, it changes nothing in the end was me. But the thing that needed to change wasn't the world but me. Hinata has experienced a lot of things in my place. He's my shadow, doesn't make him my restrained other self. And every time I enter Babylon, I merge with that shadow. The restrained emotions that are associated with psychological pain takes the form of the complex known as shadow. Restrained emotion that are associated with psychological pain. So, like, would that make sense if like shadows are like aware, right? And their whole existence is just pain and they want to get out. They just rebel and they became parasites and like take over in real life. Something like that. Because their whole existence is just pain. Again, a random thought based on like sentence. Merging with the shadows leads to the path of healing. Like, don't worry about my furies today. Seriously. Merging with the shadow leads the path to the healing. I see that healing exists because everyone ends up wanting to come back to Babylon. That's why I came back here. Oh. Oh, that's Hinata who attacked these guys. Okay. So we were like with Mutsuki, are you here? Downland of your shadows my experience is now complete. Sure. I spontaneously say those words. Okay. She gives me a natural smile. Has anyone not noticed that I've changed from Shadow Hinata to me, who has substance? Interesting. I can't help but ask her a question. Wow. Fair. Okay, that's fair.
だってそれ
That's because it's what Rem calls me. Or is it because I was born just a little earlier than Mutsuki? Either way, it's not like I myself wish to be born.
そっか
Even if I ask Rem why she's Rem, she won't know. After all, I don't know why I'm Hinata. My mom and dad gave me this name. That's all I know about it. The one who named Rem, it's likely that Mutsuki he was carrying out some sort of wish by naming her that. And it doesn't stand for rapid eye movement like I'd guessed.
どうしたの？いつも変だけど、やっぱり今日もなんとなくすごーく力いっぱい変。
That said, if Rem is Mutsuki's shadow, then it would be strange for her to share some memories with Mutsuki, even if it's not all of them. That crossword puzzle is something Mutsuki set up for me, so...
マリアに起きた奇跡って何だと思う
Okay.
処女時代だけど、それがどうしたの？
Yeah. No way, it was that easy? I tried to take a notepad out of my pocket, but then I realized that it wasn't converted into data. It's not like you can carry over everything from reality here. There's a gap between this virtual world and the real world. It feels like I'm swimming in that gap.
じゃあ週末の日に下される裁きってな
もう、なんでそんなこともわかんないの？
Wow, we should have just asked her from the beginning.
怒られてもな
だってレムは、
Lemis?
は、
Ah? The fairy holds her head and screws her body up as she hovers midair. It feels like this is the so-called covering, but...
おいどうした大丈夫か
It's like she tries to tell us something, but someone is like blocking her from doing so. Like she's not allowed to do this. And she's disappearing. Yeah.
言うことは、
The hell is happening? Okay then. Did she just got hacked by the legendary hacker? By Isaiah? What happened just now? Was that a reality conversion? A phase transition?
この占いの結果を決して忘れないでください。あなたにとって、人々にとって、
Now we
そして
talk with Shadow.
にとって、あなたは重要なキーなのです。
Oh wait, no, this is the player actually. That was Shadow before. That was Shadow, because the divination one was too complex for the Shadow. That's what Hinata said before. So this is the player now, speaking. Lem logged in. Also phase transition. One phase to another. Yeah, okay. Never forget the result of the divination, your important key to yourself to run and to many words. Yeah, you're back. That's what she said at the fortune-telling house after she flipped the last card, and that card was the last judgment. So is that what it means? Oh, right.
破滅の時は一刻一刻と迫ってきています。今すぐ滅ぶというわけではありませんが、時間があるわけでもありません。
At that time, I wasn't Hinata but Shamash. It's impossible for anyone other than those connected to Mutsuki to know that Hinata and Shamash are the same person. On-spot observation.
今君は外見がレムのまま魂だけが入れ替わったみたいだそんなゲートはシステム構築者たるイードクかアヌンナキにしかできないだろう
Okay.
そしてムツキでもなければサンキシンでもないそれなのにこの世界の根幹に関わる謎を知っているまるで失われた神のように
Huh. Is Lem a hacker?
あなたもそう。そして失われた神はコマンドとパスワードを打ち込むことによって
Oh,
自
wait.
分の別のシャドウに対して上書きをかけることができるのです。
Lost God can override their own other shadow by typing in a command and password. Can override their own other shadow.
人格のオーバーライド
Oh my god, really, we are really going into this. Oh my god. I planned on saying that myself, but Rem who overheard me not approvingly.
それでいいのです。さあ、私は はそろそろ行かなくてはなりません。
Will she get to be showing up again like always? And said I'm starting to get tired of that
い
pattern.
ろんなことを知ってるんだね。でもどうして僕にやらせるの？どうして自分でやらないの？
私には別にやらねばならないことがあります。それに人に頼ってばかりでは自分の道を切り開くことができるのかしら。
自分でできることはやるさ。ただ時間がないとか急げとか言う割には方法論が間違ってるんじゃないかと思う。
そう。
普通そういう時はお互いに持ってる情報を全て出して話し合う方が効率的だと思う。
前に誰かからそういうわけにはいかないのだと聞きませんでしたか？もし見つかったら、
Okay, if you're found out.
いえ、もっと恐ろしい人知を超越した存在に。
Okay. She's speaking in an odd way, as if she were referring to frightening God. Just what kind of being would frighten even the goddess of cyberspace?
あなたの察している通り、このレムは一種の乗り物に過ぎません。私と、そしてもしかしたらシンと、
For me?
そしてあるいはまた別の存在の。
So, more than one player is using Rem/Lem? Is she just got hacked? But she really belongs to someone else?
妖精が乗り物？
独り言です。語ることは悟ること。
待ってくれ。まだ聞きたいことは山ほどあるんだ。
すべては天皇神の御心のまま。
As the god of biocomputers' minds will it. We have god of the biocomputers now. Holy Jesus. Okay. God damn it, not again. And she's back. So you are a shadow, right?
大丈夫か？は？
Burning engine, a vehicle. Fire engine, the vehicle. She's a... Oh my god, what the hell? It seems like she's gone back to the original RAM.
今まで何してたかよく覚えてないけど、じゃあレムこれで行くね。
またかよ。
女の子
What the hell?
ダメだからね、お兄ちゃん。
Why you suddenly say that? When I see the side of RAM really does remind me of Mutsuki.
ではレムちゃんは悩み多き乙女の告白に応えるために頑張っちゃうのだ。
Okay. I don't want to overcook. But... Because I don't remember, to be honest, all the interactions when we actually met with her. But... Like... One possibility maybe? Possibly? Who knows the fuck? But like, one random thought I just had. Is it possible that like... Rem, like the fairy... character belongs to Sakuya? No? I don't remember if we met with the Shadow Fairy when we were with Sakuya together in the Babylon, or we met with the real one. I think we never met with the real player / real fairy when we were together with Sakuya. When Sakuya was not with us and we were here alone, that's the only place when we met with the non-shadow version of her. That's why I think, like, if that's actually the case, then I may think that Sakuya maybe controls her. But why she never said anything to him? Too many things to consider, but another loose thought to throw around. So we can think about this as well. Gonna go and do her best to answer the confession of a young worried girl now. Who?
だよそれ。
出発進行。
Confession of the young worried girl. Huh. I stand alone in the shopping district. Why I feel I should know about who she's talking about? I stand alone in the shopping district as if I've been abandoned. Around here are shadows, I don't know. Or maybe they are just player characters loitering around. Or there is... Oh, she's here! Okay, so you logged in.
No, Sakuya.
And Rem disappeared. Seriously, you are connected somehow. Today was different than usual, as I went to the internet cafe all by myself. Or maybe someone hacked the Sakuya character. I mean, Rem said like Rem is a vehicle for more than one person. Who says that more than one person cannot operate Hinata or Sakuya within the Babylon? Then does that mean that the Sakuya here is the shadow that was split off from Sakuya and moving on its own? I'm not sure what I should say to her. But she might log in from another spot, right? Why you assume that she did not log in from somewhere else?
妖精に化かされるようにいなくなっちゃうんだもん。心配したわよ、もう。
ごめんな。
あ、うん。ちゃんと謝ってくれるなら。
I'm going to try and see if I can tell whether the one I'm talking to is the real Sakuya or not. This is a turning test in every meaning of a phrase. Yeah.
サクヤは僕が他の女の子と話してる。
ん？別に平気だよ。
She's so different. The shadow. So this shadow. So it was like shadows are created based on like your activity and your brain and stuff. So shadow behaves like the user should behave. So since Sakuya did not log in with her new behavior yet, then shadow did not change. Something changed with Sakuya.
なんだって？
だってひなたは誰でもないこの私をアッシュールの相手に選んでくれたんだから、それは何があっても変わらない事実でしょ?
Okay. Nope, not even close. That's not what Sakuya would say at all. I'm not surprised by that. That's what I expect after all. But I realize that shock I'm feeling is that I've noticed that there's a me who wished from the bottom of my heart to see Sakuya right now.
サクヤは僕と離れ離れになったらどうするんだと？
もう世界中どこを回ってもどんなに時間がかかって苦労しても
This is so weird.
絶対ひなたを探すの。そうじゃなきゃ私消滅しちゃうもん。
サクヤ。
I'm sure she's parroting what Sakuya told me, but those words have definitely healed me. Up until now, no one ever said it to me, have they? Are shadows the only thing more human than an actual human? Has my life up until now been distorted because my soul been born along with a body? We're going full philosophical now. Oh my god. It's really going to be some kind of like body soul transfer shenanigans, leaving your body behind. Like, what the fuck is happening?
泣いてるの？もうおセンチさんだな。
Saka embraced me as if she were a mother comforting her child. Again, she behaved like a mother figure. How long has it been since I leapt into my mom's arms, this honesty?
よしよし、むつきちゃんはいい子でちね。
Backstory.
むつきさあおいで、父さんが高い高いしてあげよう。
大丈夫かしら。熱が下がらないの。
Okay.
休めるかどうか会社に連絡してみるよ。
お願いします。
Oh.
私を特別扱いしないで。お兄ちゃん
Oh.
使って。私たち双子なのに。
Oh, this is very interesting. From Hinata, we know only from Hinata perspective. the backstory, and he said that they always prioritized Mutsuki and stuff. Seems like Mutsuki really did not like to be prioritized by them. That's a new thing.
我慢しなさい。
Yeah, that's the part that we remember. That's what he said before,
い
yeah.
つでも弱いムツキをかばってあげるのよ。ひなた、謝りなさい。だってお兄ちゃんじゃない？あなたが謝るのが当然でしょ。さあ、ひなた。
お兄ちゃ
Ah,
ん、どんなことがあっても私を特別扱いしないでね。
okay. Actually, cool backstory from perspective of like Mutsuki, I guess. To see her perspective on the story. These are all probably common senses because they happened so many times. I was never spoiled by anyone else up until right now. Perhaps Sakuya's been telling me this whole time that I should rely on others more. Did she see through the darkness in my heart? And is it because the one I'm talking to is Sakuya's shadow the reason that I'm became so honest? Shadows are the ones healing our hearts.
特別扱いしてほしかった。僕はムツキとは違う。父さんや母さんにちゃんと振り向いてほしかった。だから背伸びして。
Also, when Sakuya logs in, she will learn everything. Like that. She will get memory of this shadow.
辛かったんだ。
I wonder how she will react to this.
もういいんだよ。無理なんかしなくて。
サクヤ、君は
Whether she's already a shadow or not, does not matter anymore. It's making the distinction really so important. Ooh, blurring the reality with... Oh wow,
お兄ちゃん
blurring the line.
どんなことがあっても私を特別扱いしないでね。
特別扱いしない。
There's no difference whenever it's a shadow or not. I'm beginning to treat them with the exact same dignity as humans. Is this the new era that Mutsuki had her eye on? The next time Sakuya accesses Babylon, this experience of the two of us spending this time together like this will be downloaded into her. When that happens, what will Sakuya think? Will it heal her? Like the healing, right? Like they said, the shadows are healing. I'm so confused, worried, and interested at the same time. The instant I think that I separate my body beats from Sakuya, I mustn't let myself get used to being spoiled. I can't let myself start acting like a spoiled kid so easily.
なんだ。私はもうちょっとこのままでいてもよかった。
What a clingy way to honest shadow. My head. Oh my god. Chiquita. Oh, we're calling Chiquita. Okay. We can do that. I guess. You can call the handle of any person in the Babylon that you're acquainted with unless they've blocked you. I call in Ganaki, who oddly enough I haven't seen yet so far. For a little while he doesn't respond. He just got some left to ignore me. Or maybe he hasn't noticed the message. Maybe he's not logged in. Just when Saku and I started to get impatient.
拙者の名は勇者月チータである。
There you are, yes, that's your name. The hero named Chiquita. And I will leave the conversation with you for the next episode. Yes, I'm going to keep this episode short. My head still hurts. I need to take a break. And I think we had a lot of like very interesting info today to like make new ideas or strengthen or like actually maybe make other theories irrelevant. I don't know even anymore. I don't want to think today, really. Anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments what do you think about today's episode, about today's informations, about my random thoughts I had during the episode, and yeah, I will see you in the next one when we are going to talk with Chiquita. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next one. So click the like button if you like the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and for Pocket Watch, let's going out.